Good afternoon all. Welcome to second lecture of required skill set for budding engineers. Already we have studied in the first lecture about what is skills. Skills means surplus skill plus S. It is the set of certain characteristics those are attached with a highly qualified person or gentleman person like sir. Kill means whatever you have bad things in you, you have to kill them, you have to eradicate them, and in this way you can turn from negative thinking to positive thinking. That is what S. This is what we have discussed about the skills. In India there is a skill drought. About 95% engineers are not able to get the job. To eradicate or to solve this problem, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Cell has started one movement called Skill in India in 2015, and through that they are trying to give the various skills required for engineers to go in engineering, and after doing engineering they will be able to do the work in industry. Also we discuss about the four skills that are required for engineer. First, communication skill, second, soft skill, third, hard skill, last, life skill. Out of that we have discussed two in the last lecture. First, communication skill and soft skill. So let us have little recap of communication skills. There are four communication skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. As we have already studied, listening, speaking, reading and writing, they are receptive and expressive. Receptive means what? Through which we receive the knowledge of language or any other thing. Expressive means through which we express the knowledge. Listening and reading are receptive skills, speaking and writing are expressive skill. If you want to be perfect in speaking and writing, it means that you have to receive the language knowledge very well. Listening should be good and reading should be good, otherwise you will not be able to execute your speaking correctly and writing correctly. We have taken example of grammar related to ER problem and AR problem. Let's go ahead. Soft skill. Soft skill is having lot of things in it. It is an umbrella term, means having so many sectors, so many elements in it. Especially these skills are related with your behavior, related to behavior and mind, your mind, thinking and emotion. As a result, we may call it soft skills means gentleman skills. And we have seen the definition: personal cluster of personality traits, social grace, communication, language. We have already studied it in detail. Soft skill means, I may say that those are the skills required to get the success. Knowledge cannot make you successful. Along with that knowledge, if you have soft skill, then you will be able to execute your potential fully. Your knowledge as well as your behavioral skill will assist you to be successful in your field. And one more thing that we have discussed about the engineering, actually, that is what 70-30 formula. 70% for academics and 30% for soft skill learning, because without that you will not get the job in industry, or if you get the job you cannot sustain it for a long time. What are the soft skills? See: public speaking skill, leadership skill, conflict management skill, decision making skill, time management skill, stress management skill, communication skills, interpersonal skills. These are the soft skills. There are so many soft skills. Out of that we have taken few one. We studied up to decision making and time management. Stress management. As far as stress management is concerned, in today's era, a lot of people are speaking that stress management is required, because a lot of people or students are having stress about their career, about their job, about their life. As a result, stress management has become a vital thing for today's world, to control it, to manage it. Here one point is there: instead of managing the stress, you should manage your time, you should manage your personality, you should manage your psychology. Basically, stress management is related to the psychological thing, means aspect that you are attaching with the psychology. We will think, or we will discuss about it in the last slide, Sigmund Freud's mind theory about the stress management, or how mind work and how we can control it. Now we are going ahead. This is the third important skill required for engineer, that is the hard skill. Hard skills means technical knowledge. Whatever the technical knowledge you are having or you are getting, that is what your academic knowledge. I may say academic, because as I said that you should devote your 70% attempt or 70% time for learning technical knowledge. If you are civil engineer, you should be good at civil engineering. If you are mechanical engineer, you should be good at mechanical engineer. Engineering means you have to learn your engineering domain specifically related to your branch from basic to recent. And if you have all this knowledge, definitely you are going to get the job. Technical knowledge, today we are observing that lot of students are having good technical knowledge because lot of access is there to achieve this technical knowledge. Smartphones are there. If you want to know something about, for example, if you want to know about the how to burn a disk, at that time, one example I would like to give you. One of the students of CH department came in my lab and he inserted CD into the computer, and here there was a message, you need to burn the disk or CD. At that time that student asked me, how can I burn a disk, and if I burn disk I cannot use it. At that time I said that click on that and burn it, means after burning the that CD it will be able for the writing, or I may say use, for the use means you can ROM random read memory or rewrite and edit memory, such an option it is. And as a result that student has no knowledge of how to burn the disk. It is the problem because lot of students are having degree, engineering degree with the good marks, but practically they are weak. And if they are practically weak, what we need to do, we need to enhance their theoretical knowledge as well as practical knowledge. If we are not going to enhance their technical knowledge along with theoretical knowledge, along with practical knowledge, that will not be any use. I said about the soft skill that behavioral skill. Hard skill means technical skills. You should have knowledge, along with that you should be able to practice it or implement it. Now mastery in respective branch. You should be expert at your branch because you are selecting one branch for your career. You may select electrical engineering, you may select mechanical engineering, you may select civil engineering, you may select chemical engineering. So if you have selected such a branch, you should start study of that branch from basic to the recent technology. And if you have such a flow of development of your technical knowledge, then you will be expert in that field. But nowadays we need to have multidisciplinary knowledge means if you are mechanical engineer, you should know something about the CSE means computer. You should know about the software that are used in mechanical for the designing purpose. You should study about the electronics too. Means multidisciplinary knowledge is required. For example, mechatronics is a new branch in which you study mechanical as well as electronics related knowledge, and you are having both there. As a result, you will be expert in combining the machinery and operating it with the help of electronics. That we may say, even though you are chemical engineer, you should know about the civil engineering, because in civil engineering we are going to construct different buildings, different dams. Water, acidity of water is related to chemical engineering, and that knowledge is also applicable for the civil engineering. What I would like to tell you that multidisciplinary knowledge is required. Means earlier was that if you study civil engineering, it was sufficient for your career to get the job, but nowadays you should study civil engineering, you should have knowledge about software, you should not have knowledge about chemical engineering, you should think about the material means production, you should know about the production engineering also. The point is that here multidisciplinary means all round engineer. And right now in industry, what is the required? An engineer should have knowledge about the everything, means they need ready-made engineers. They don't need just students or just candidate that is having the engineering degree. They require the engineer, that engineer is having knowledge about the basic branches of civil of particular branch that he or she has selected for her career or his career. You should have knowledge about that. Along with that, you should know about the CSE, you should know about the telecommunication, you should know about the chemical engineering. And if you are at least having 3 branches basic knowledge with you along with your major one like mechanical, civil or chemical, it will be sufficient for you to get the job, because you are having at least good knowledge of 2 or 3 engineering domains for your career. basic knowledge of all branches means basically see why there is a first year engineering. It is because in first year engineering we study science, we study humanity and science, and so we study the basic knowledge of everything. Now a civil engineer has to study the C plus language, C language in the first year engineering because it is required for the further development of that engineer for the various softwares or for the use of various designing software that we have discussed here, MATLAB, Fusion 360, CAD CAM. Such a software knowledge you should have, because without that knowledge, being a civil engineer, you cannot draw or you cannot design the basic diagram of building, dam or any project. Are you getting my point? So this is what I am talking about, the hard skill. You should be being an engineer perfect or complete at hard skill basically. That's why I use 70% weightage to it. Means you should get more than 70% marks, not 100 out of 100, and you should devote 30% weightage for the learning soft skill. By the combination of 70-30 formula, you will be successful for getting the job. One example I would like to tell you that a mechanical student who has very good communication skill, very good soft skill, very good technical skill was asked for 5 lakh package for a year, but after observing that candidate, company has offered him 10 lakh package and selected him because his domain technical knowledge was perfect, communication skill was perfect, soft skill was good, also he had expertise in various softwares or various required knowledge of software, current software knowledge. It means that you will get plus point if you have your basic knowledge of branch is required, not at all. Along with that, you should have one or two other branches knowledge. You have knowledge about the software that are required for your branch. In this way, I may say that you will be good at technical knowledge. If you are good at soft skill, definitely you will be selected for the particular post, whatever that post may be, in multinational company or international company you are desiring for that particular company. And we are running basic programming first year engineering, that is what PBL, project based learning. In that first year engineering student in our college are studying about the technical news, they are doing the case study, they are doing having the quiz section. Quiz means we allot 2 hours per week for case study presentation, for quiz presentation and for news presentation. What they do in case study, they try to select a company and collect all the information about that company from the point of view of an engineer. They select the company, and for example Reliance company, then they will talk first about the origin of Reliance company, then they will talk what are the products of Reliance company, then they will talk about the turnover, then they will talk about the market position and economic status of Reliance company, then they will talk about the which software we need to learn for going in Reliance company, and they will also discuss in case study, student will also discuss that which engineers are required in Reliance company. In this way they do the case study of particular company. In this way we allow 5 students to select a company and present. In this way, if the class of 63 students, at least 8 to 9 companies case study is presented in the first year engineering to the student to enhance their technical knowledge, to enhance their hard skill. And one more thing, see, in news they present the technical news that are recent coming in the newspapers, so their technical knowledge of current affairs also get increased, and technical quiz are there, it also enhances their technical knowledge. So in short, what I say, hard skill is the core of engineering, soft skill is the face of engineering, and as a result you should balance your learning of engineering 30% to soft skill and 70% for hard skill. This is about the hard skill. Let's go ahead now. Now I am talking about the life skill now. Life skill. Life, we are alive because we are having body, and which body is working now. And this is the gift of God or nature, that we have life, and we have that life is active one. And life skills means the skills those are required for us to be successful in life. If you are good at communication, if you are good at soft skill, if you are good at technical knowledge also means hard skill, but in society your image is egoist person. You should not talk with him. He is an engineer, and he always remain in one tempo, that as if I am the god. What I would like to tell you, that soft skill is related with the behavior, hard skill is related with the knowledge, communication skill is related with the talking, and life skill is related with the people and your behavior with the society. That's why socio-cultural set of skills. It is culture as well as society related things are included into the life skill. Now there are certain differences in society, there are certain differences in culture, there are certain differences in tradition, and geographical differences are there. For example, if you are engineer and studying engineering in India, you will say heartily welcome, and if you are going in America or in Britain or in England, you will say warm welcome. Geographical factor affects on the speaking. You should know this knowledge, or you should have this knowledge, because in England cold country environment is there, so that's why they say warm welcome. In India we are already warm, so here we use heartily welcome. Such a socio-cultural knowledge you should know about, and it will help you to enhance your knowledge. Another example I would like to give you, that is related with the culture. In Indian culture, especially in Maharashtrian culture, if a person having surname as Patil, his wife is called Patlin, it is acceptable, means Patil. But if a person who is speaking in a very good function and anchoring and calling someone to stage, if he says that now I call Mr. Patil, and means in Marathi मी आता पाटील आणि पाटलिनीला स्टेजवरती बोलवतो, it is acceptable. But if you say that there is next person Buchde, his surname is Buchde, you cannot say that now I'm going to call Buchde and Buchdin on the stage. Are you getting my point? And if Gadve surname is there, and now I am calling Mr. Gadve and Gadwin on the stage. In this way we cannot say. So this is related with the socio-cultural skills. These are the few examples of socio-cultural skills in life skill. Here life skill is a set of basic skills, and that enables you to manage effectively into your life, the day-to-day life. Life skill is a set of basic skills that enable us to manage effectively the challenges and questions we face in our day-to-day life. Now one certain example I would like to give you. See, bus is fully packed, and you are having a seat. You are a boy around about the age of 25, and you are sitting on one seat in the bus, and one old lady comes in, and if you give your place to her by observing her body position or age, it means that you have life skill with you. You care for elder people, older people. But if you go in Pune, there is a bus. It is divided into two sections. Gentlemen, remember it. It is divided into two sections. One is the boys male section, another is the women section. You cannot sit on the seat of women. You have to sit in the seat of men. But a woman sits on the seat of men. You cannot say her, get off. This seat is required from men or male. This is what related with the life skill. Means we have to take care of women. We have to give respect to women. This is related with the life skill. If you have such a skills, you are having good skills of life skill with you, and that will be giving you, or that will provide you fame, name in the society and surrounding. Now the aim of life skill is to mobilize a behavior development approach. Means we need to change your approach, egoist approach to social approach, from self-centered approach to humanistic approach, from the animal thinking to human thinking. Actually we are human beings. As a result, we need to switch from animal to human. Okay, in animals they don't know which relation they are having. In animals or in birds, they don't know what kind of bounding they are having. Each year you can observe that birds are having different pairs. They are not continuously keeping with one couple for lifetime. But in in our society we have such a tradition called as marriage, and we are right now destroying all the traditions, no doubt, but that is why we need to study the life skill, because we are killing the rules and etiquettes of society and culture and tradition, also religion. As a result, we are becoming so much chaotic, and at the bottom what we have, we will see in the next slide what we are doing and what we are how we are going wrong in our life. And if the life gets wrong, we do or we commit suicide. If a person commits suicide, it means that being teachers, we are not able to construct the life skill in a student. As a result, he is doing the suicide. It is the duty of teacher to give him life skill along with the technical knowledge or education. Education is also attached with the life skill, because educational life, most of the time we spend about 21 years of our life, early life, into education. As a result, education is a battlefield of learning life skill. Further, it will develop your knowledge, attitude, and enhance your life. Definitely attitude will be changed and value of your life will be changed. Again, let me tell you that our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he had very good life skill, hard skill, soft skill, and communication skill. That's why he is very successful person. And here I have given one example of Sindhutai Sangpa. She is having no knowledge of, she has not taken education in schools and colleges. She studied everything from her life, and life field was for her a learning opportunity. And she has a very good name in the society, fame in the society. So a very basic example that I would like to give is, if a person is having good name in the society and successful person in the society, it means that he has a life skill. Again, Lalu Prasad Yadav, we know that Angta Bahadur or a thumb impression is there, he has no signature of him. Again, his wife. So those people are great people because they have very good knowledge of life skill. And life skill knowledge is given not in the schools and colleges, it should be given in the society, it should be given in the family. So family is the first workshop of life skill, society is the second, and school is the third one, I may say so. Again, life skill is important because it will give you the employability skills, and it will make you a perfect social human being. What we need? A good human being. Why? Because we are going to create not engineers but good human being, good civil, I may say that's good gentleman, or I may civilian or civil society we need to create. And for that sake, we must look at every student as a human being, and human being, students should look at society as a social responsibility person and do the work according to that. So this is about the life skill. I may say life skill means the skills those are required for the living in the society. Along with that, you should take care of all the things those are going in society: men, elder people, women, children, environment, society, culture, tradition. You have to take care of all these things. If you are sensitive about it, it means you have life skill with you. If you are not sensitive about it, it means that you are not having life skill with you. Sometimes we see that some students behave with girls very rudely. It means it is our failure to create the life skill in those students, and as such an incident happens, we should teach them, we should show them that life skill means what, and life skill is required for us to be the successful person in our life. So this is about we have talked about the 4 sets of skills required for engineer. First, communication skill; second, soft skill; third, hard skill; and last, life skill. So if you have all these 4 skills, is okay. If you don't have, during the 4 years of engineering, you should learn first of all communication skill, soft skill, hard skill. Throughout the 4 years are there, and you should look at life skill, because life skill is getting more and much more importance nowadays, because whatever the student we are creating out of the engineer, they are careless sometimes, not most of the time they behave carelessly. As a result, we need to create the caring engineers and loving engineers, and making perfect knowledge of his knowledge or her knowledge for the society, not for himself, and will take care of environment, will take care of nature and humanity in the end. Okay, this is enough for today's lecture.